This is Marley's new cage. 5 foot by 5 foot by 5 foot. Got it all framed in. It's glass. This is holding it till I can screw these together. These are just sitting tight right now. They're not even screwed in. These are M tap cons. These tap cons are gonna come out and get replaced with these. And then any screws are gonna get replaced with the tap cons. And I use them in, I pre-drilled with these so that it's not cracking my stuff, but I use tap cons for cement to hold these because they have barbs on the sides of them that stop it from rocking back and forth. So I can just use one and be done with it, but I still have two for support. Then get the little fish in here. I gotta get clear silicone instead of the white. Yeah. He's just chilling there. That's gonna be all filled with dirt, and this will be a water feature. Then right here, I have this. It's gonna be built. Looks kind of weird right now, but this is just sitting on top of it. This board is cut to fit on here, and then it's gonna butt up to the screen right here, and there's gonna be a beam across there. Where this is right now, there's gonna be a beam right across there, and this is gonna be up here, button up to that. And it's gonna be cut down on a taper, so it's gonna taper down. This is tapered down by 1/4 inch this way on both sides. This side's level, this side here, and that side is tapered down like 1/4 inch to drip, so it'll drip. There's gonna be a lights here, and then a timed misting system and everything like that. And I'm in the process of moving everything. All these vines here, got different kinds of them. I got this guy rolled up here on top of these here. I got a new succulent. I got that. I got moss growing all over the place. Got a climbing plant. I accidentally spilled calcium powder on my plant. But these are all gonna come out. This is an Exoterra heat, like heat light. I guess it produces more light than heat, and this one produces more heat. Oh, you stop puffing it up at me. You're gonna be mean today? Why? Oh, stop. No. Not having it today. Here. Oh, stop. You're not that big in me yet. Why do you do that? Come here. Come here. Any other day, you not like the camera? Huh? I'll assume that's your dilemma. Come here. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. You didn't bite me. Very, very pretty. Look at you. Good boy. Come on. Okay, come here. Oh. Come on. There you go. Up on the shoulder. But all of these are individual, and I moved this guy. This branch here, it's going down, used to be here, but this cage here is just going to be used for a I guess like mini garden or something, whatever my mom's going to do with it. And then a eventually, when the boa gets big enough, he's gonna be moving into here. And he is in a cage upstairs, which I'll show in a second. A snake cage. Oh, can't see it from the glass. He's got all kinds of branches in there. That drops down. His hide's right there. Water normally in that. And then this log here goes all the way down. Comes up right there and what are you doing? Oh, back to the lizard. Back downstairs. Got his little free roam area here. He's got a little tunnel. This was all filled with dirt, and he dug it out. There's a good 2-inch gap there. Just digging holes. It's the only hole he's dug, really. Oh, it looks like he was digging over here, too. He's got a little bit of black on his face from digging. Oh, he's got corn in here. I've been giving him a mixture of frozen vegetables past 2 days. I gave him some of those this morning with calcium powder. He's got carrots, corn, and green beans, and then he's got lettuce on top. And he should eat that by the end of the day, so. But it's about, I don't know, 75, 80 degrees in the cage. And then right here is about 90 to 100 degrees right here. If I have both lights on, it brings the temperature up to about 90 in the cage, and this area up here more around 110. It heats up pretty good, something like that. I don't know, my math's probably not correct, but this is just a small cage to what he's getting, because I mean, I can step in this cage here. Oh, I'm standing up in this cage here. This piece right here, when he does get bigger, it will be built up higher. This is 4 foot 6 inches right here, and this is 5 foot 1 on all sides. Well, no, that's 5 foot 1 back there. Here is 5 foot 1. This is a quarter inch shorter, like I said, to taper it down. But this is, I'm using the old snake cage top to use as a screen for this, because it opens. So I figure, why buy one when I can just, you know, build the cage and build things around it so it'll work. This is gonna be the, like, I don't even know how to explain it. There's gonna be another board here, but there's gonna be that plastic stuff right there. that same stuff is gonna be all around here, and I'm gonna have his stuff where he's climbing all around. And eventually I think I'm gonna do the back wall where he can climb on it, but for now, just to quickly, you know, get it done so I can collapse it and stuff if I have to, you know, do that. I'm gonna be moving out soon and everything like that. I'm working on getting a place. So with that being said, this has to be able to come apart. So with that being said, these are just little supports here. Those can be removed, but they're screwed in there. They're tapped in there and there. So them will come out. Those will come out. The door would come off. This would come out right there. That bottom would come out. This one would come out. There'll be a brace in the middle there that'll come out. There'll be a brace there that'll come out, and a brace there that'll come out. And then this side here, all this, I'll just kind of pull out. There's gonna be another, I think I'm gonna add another brace down here, cause I just think that's smart. It, you know, a wall, especially if I'm gonna take it apart eventually. I think I'm gonna brace it, put another brace there. So I'm gonna do that on both sides, but as of right now, this is pretty. I got my project mess over there and chainsaws and shit. Need to get all that stuff. That's the box from this stuff here, which that took, I'd say, about a week and a half to come in. So I should order that soon. I'm gonna get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boards. I gotta get 5 boards, and then that'll be finished, and we'll be able to put this stuff on and everything. Before I put anything on or finish, you know, putting this together, these aren't screwed, these pieces here aren't screwed in yet, so I'm gonna take all this off and everything and dry lock it all. This is all gonna get dry locked, so that's gonna be good. And I mean, I guess the only part that's not gonna get dry locked is a little 2-inch spot that's right there. But when I take it apart eventually, I'll be able to, you know, what's left from the dry lock, I'll, you know, just touch it up. But I'm gonna dry lock all this and everything, and then I'm gonna do like a grate, plastic grate and everything, and make a false bottom, and then put that back on top of it and everything. This is not gonna be filled with water. This is gonna be covered with dirt and just completely covered. So all this stuff is gonna be land. All this but that. So there's that. What? I'd say 14-inch by 14-inch. 14 by 18 square. That's what that looks like, I think. Something like that. That square is going to be a water feature. And then, but on the back and everything, there's going to be a water system for the misting system. Hang out with the lizard for a little bit. But in this cage, I like to sit in this cage randomly with Marley. I used to have them rocks here, and I just kind of sit on the edge of this cage. But this one, I'm gonna make a log. I have a log outside. It's hollowed out. I'm gonna cut it, and I'm gonna put it in here so it'll be like a hide, but at the same time, you know, I could sit on it when I'm in there, and stuff. And he's a few months old now. So he's gonna be getting to that age where I'm gonna have to really start working with him and everything. He's starting to get a little attitude. So he's chill most of the time though. I bring him upstairs and we'll walk him around with the dogs and everything. He's fine with my dogs and all that. He's not very fond of the ducks. He does not like the duck. But I have music on. I'll be playing Bob Marley and stuff like that, and he'll be bobbing his head. So I put on music and everything all the time, and he just sits there and bobs. But he doesn't puff up his dewlap right there. That's the little flap there under his chin. He doesn't puff up often on me. Only when I'm in his cage, really. And I think that's because, like, the UVV, I think, has something to do with their vision. It messes with their vision. So he has a different vision of me in the cage rather than, like, you know, in here in the room. Isn't that right, Marley? But anyways, he's going to be cohabbed with we're going to be getting a redfoot tortoise, 2 barking tree frogs, and 2 white tree frogs. That are gonna be cohabbed in here. And like I said, this right here is gonna be built up right in front of the vent right there. So I'll have the vent, and then there will be another anywhere from 3 to 4 feet up in front of that vent. So it'll be a 2-foot spot here that's up anywhere from 3 to 4 feet more than it is now, and it's already at like 5 foot, so that's pretty decent. And this looks kind of sloppy at the moment, but I had to take all these and I took the oscillator on all these boards, and I went and grooved them out. Really, I had to go really straight, and I had to groove them out, and then take a knife and a screwdriver and finish like gouging them out. See, like right there, that's one of the spots that I was missed with the knife, and it took a chunk out. But it doesn't really matter because, like I said, none of this is on there yet, so I'm gonna silicone as I'm screwing these together and everything. I'm gonna silicone in here, and then finally I'm gonna put another bead of silicone all around here in the inside and outside and everything. Right here, I'm gonna do a little bit of screen right here on both sides. I'm gonna do a little screen right here because there's a little gap right there, but I mean, I could add it on the board, but I think it'd be nice to have a little bit more ventilation in here rather than, I mean, just that there. So it'd be a little bit more ventilation because all of these are going to be covered and everything. I would like clear glass here, but I mean, I necessarily can't afford right now with moving out and everything to be putting glass in here. I do have glass that I could cut, but I do not have a glass cutter nor the knowledge how to cut the glass. I can literally do everything else but cut glass. But these are all good and gonna get paneled and everything. I have the panels here, spare panels for this stuff here. Oh, you are digging your nails into me, dude. This lizard's something else. Yeah. You good boy. You behaving? I pet you. falling asleep over here. But I have to put him back now. I have stuff to do. But that's just a basic of what the heck's going on with the cage and everything. And then I'm going to be posting a bunch of videos and everything and stuff about fishing and everything. I got all my fishing stuff and everything all figured out and ordered and everything like that. So I'm going to be going trout fishing and pike fishing with big sucker minnows and shiners soon. I'm waiting for all that and everything. Waiting for a check so I can go get bait. And then I'll have a video out about that. But I do a lot of finesse fishing and everything like that. I fish for a lot of panfish and trout. Pike, muskie, bass. And I basically figured out what I know and the knowledge that I know. I basically figured it out because I took the time to use every single lure I possibly could and buy every lure I possibly could to figure out what colors work the best on certain days, what colors work when I'm not catching anything, or when I'm in choppy water, or it just every little thing depends on what the weather's like and what the water's like and everything. So my tackle box, I have one tackle box that I can just reach into. I don't have 6-7 tackle boxes. I have everything I need in one tackle box. So it's pretty nice. But I do like to try new lures and everything like that. I'm going to be working on tying my own flies and making jigs that I will be selling on the YouTube channel. I'm going to have streamers and the nymph flies. I don't do dry flies. I don't really use them. So that's not the kind of fishing I really do. So I'm not going to necessarily be selling those. But soft plastics and stuff like that I will be doing and getting all that set up. But this lizard's falling asleep on me, and I got some stuff to do on the four-wheeler to get it running for going down the trails.